so welcome everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today, well, first I want to introduce something. So I wanted to introduce a new series to my YouTube channel, and I want to call it Tamara. Oh my dog. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to start, I want to come on here because I want to introduce a new series to my YouTube channel first. I'm going to do a new series called Talks with Tamaria, and they're going to be on Tuesdays. Get it? Because Talks with Tamaria on Tuesdays. So that is coming soon. I'm going to start it next week, so I want everybody to stay tuned for that. Period. So now let's get to the video. Ooh, Lord. So this video is going to be about my apartment. I feel like let me see, I've been in this, she just want attention so bad. Everybody, I want y'all to officially meet Sky. I don't know if you guys met her before, but this is her, all in her beauty and eye boogers, and she just loves attention. She loves it so much. Say hi to the camera, Sky. So when I'm talking to somebody or somebody is bumping the camera or something, it's her. So I want to talk to this video. This video, as you can tell by the thumbnail and the headline, it's going to be about my apartment. How I feel living here, why I'm ready to move out, and everything else in between. So as you guys know, because I posted on my YouTube channel, I moved into this apartment. Stop biting my toes. Stop. I moved into this YouTube channel. I moved into this apartment. Okay, what's today? 6 months. I don't feel like that. I feel like it's been longer than 6 months. But I moved in here 6 months ago. I recorded it on my YouTube channel. It's down in my channel somewhere. And let's get into it. So basically, I moved in with my boyfriend. I don't know if everybody know that. I moved in with my boyfriend. We are going on 2 years in May. So I moved in with my boyfriend. So let's start with that. A lot of people was trying to tell me like to not move in with him, and I know a lot of you guys probably heard it too, to like it's best to live into your own apartment and get to know yourself first before you try to share that space with someone else. And I agree that would be the best, to learn yourself first, you know, and, you know, figure out your life after that. But we decided to move into our first apartment together. We was together. We was always like at my house, at my parents' house, at my mom's house, or whatever. Or if we wasn't at her house, we had to go out and do something, or go out and spend time and spend money, you know, because we didn't have a place to just, if we wanted to just chill and watch a movie, we couldn't do that right away. My mama eased up on it, and then her house became our hangout spot, you know. But then we just still wanted our own space, so we decided to move in. Now I will say, if you guys are planning to move in with your boyfriend or girlfriend, not ever discouraging it or nothing, because I did it and I'm having the time of my life. I will say, just plan out everything to the T. Like before we moved in, we planned out finances. We planned out how we're gonna do chores, because I wasn't gonna be doing all the house chores, and neither was he. You know, this is our space. And I moved out when I was 18. He was 19 at the time. So we talked about everything from finances to chores to cooking. If I cook, he cleans kitchen, or vice versa. He cook, I clean. Switch, alternate bathroom every other week, or just when you feel like it's dirty or something like that, you know what I'm saying, just clean up the house. You know, talk about that stuff. That might seem minuscule, but talk about that stuff. Shoot some in my eye. Talk about finances. That's going to be important. Talk about family members visiting, you know, coming over into your space, especially if you have you're really close with your family and things like that. Talk about all that stuff and plan out all of that stuff, and prepare for the worst. Obviously you would never hope that you guys are going to break up, obviously. God forbid we ever break up, but we got a contingency plan for that too. Don't ever put a lease only in your name when you're moving in with multiple people. So if you got a roommate, all y'all names on that lease, because if your name is on that lease and something happens to whatever dynamic you got going on, that's going to fall on you. Both of our names is on this lease, so whatever happens between us, neither one of us will want to ruin our name and our finances, our credit, things of that nature, eviction, anything like that is going to be on both of us, and it's going to affect both of us. So whatever happens between us, we are, you know what I'm saying, we are both responsible for what happens to this apartment. And that way it can kind of hold both of you guys responsible. So if something does happen, they can't just tear up everything and then leave, and then now you stuck to deal with the consequences. No, we are, baby. But that's, you know, that's just not, you know, don't think about that, but definitely plan for it. So both of our names is on the lease, and we have a plan, like if something was to happen where we broke up before the lease was up, we part our ways, but we still pay that rent until the lease is up, and then go our separate ways after that. So I will say plan for everything. Everything. I'm so cute. Hey. Plan for everything. Now, let's get into our dynamic. So to each is his own, but for our dynamic, we work really well, like I said, because we planned everything when we came into this knowing what it is. That's something that we talked about. I'm going to go to school, I'm going to need some help, I'm going to need some support emotionally and financially sometimes. Like, yeah, I'm going to pull my weight, but there's going to be times where I'm not going to be able to, and vice versa. So it's just not one-sided. I feel like these conversations are important to have when moving into your own space, which allowed us to click so well. It's not really, I wouldn't say really had any problems with how he wanted it to look. And he wasn't the type to just sit back and let me plan and pick out everything either. He's very involved in the planning process, but we didn't clash on how we wanted our house to look. I'm very neutral. I love very neutral, warm earth tone colors. And he kind of, you know, he with me on that, so we didn't have problems about how the apartment was going to look. We didn't really clash when it came to how he wanted the space to be, how quiet we wanted to be. I do have my niece over. I do have my brother over. I do have my nephew over. I do have my friend over sometimes. My mom come over sometimes. His family come over sometimes. We are very family oriented people, so that never been a problem about family coming over. A lot of people say that moving in do show like people true colors, and I wouldn't say that it did. I don't know, but obviously when you move in, you're gonna see, you guys are gonna experience things differently than when you are in two separate households. So we navigated that pretty well. It just takes a lot of communication, and yeah. We don't get tired of each other. We don't get clingy. We still try to keep, you know, we still try to do our dates and stuff and still go out and do stuff. Like just the other day, we just went and got ice cream and onion rings from Culver's and took Scott to the lake. So just to be doing stuff. So we still keep that going. We just don't lay in the house, lay up on you. Like, yeah, we be laying up, duh, but that's not all we do. We still try to keep the spark and still try to do stuff that we did before we moved in. Anything else, we keep a pretty clean house. My mama always said, my mama and my dad, because I kept my room messy when I was a kid. Oh, I hate to see how your house will look, especially when you ain't did the dishes or something. I hate to see how my house looks pretty well. Pretty clean. And I do want to do like an apartment tour, because I know I kept saying I wanted to wait till the apartment was finished, but at this point we're finna move. No, I'm just playing. But we pretty much got the apartment together. I want another couch, and we didn't get our bedroom set yet. So that's the only thing that's stopping us from doing an apartment tour, because I don't want to show y'all till it's finished. But enough about us two. Like I said, when it comes to people telling you not to move in with your significant other and to move in with yourself, by yourself, you know, take heed, listen, don't be so closed off. But at the end of the day, it's your decision. It's your life. My mom was very supportive in moving out. I moved out at 18. It wasn't because of any animosity in the household or anything. I love my mom dearly. If anybody know me, y'all know she's my best friend. I also have a 9-year-old brother going on 30. He's also very close to my heart, my best friend as well. And I didn't leave because of any animosity in the house. I literally left because me and him just wanted our own space. And that was just that. My mama, obviously, what parent would want their parent to, they want their, kid to move out, but she was really supportive. She's like, I want you to see the world for yourself and learn from yourself, and I'm here if you need me. So, shout out to moms. Love you. So enough of that. I figured out I pretty much covered everything. Moving in with your significant other, especially on your first apartment, will take a lot of communication, a lot of maturing, and I'm just so happy to say that we are, we're at that level, and it's working so well. Period. Okay. I think I pretty much covered everything with me moving out and team, boom, boom, me and him, boom, boom. Yeah, so everybody gave me advice, listen to it, but at the end of the day, it's your life. God forbid anything happened to me in his relationship, and something happened, then you live and you learn. I can genuinely say that I had a good time with this, and I learned so much about myself and him, but that's not gonna happen. So let's get into why y'all really clicked on this video. Y'all clicked on this video because y'all want to know why I am ready to move. And I'm pretty sure y'all probably thought it was because of something between me and him. And no, we are doing really good. And I got me in love. Look at my breakfast. So let's get into the real tea. Why y'all clicked on this video. I was so ready to move out of this apartment, y'all. Y'all will not believe all of the bull crap we've been through in this apartment. Now, where do I even start? The neighbor. Downstairs neighbor. So, she started with us because she was upset because she was making, the noises, them noises, the XEX noises, at 2 o'clock in the morning. And this was like the 4th night we moved in. So, me not really knowing how to navigate it, I guess I would say I started it by doing what I did, but girl, let it go. You being loud, I have banged on the floor, and then they banged back, and that's where it all started. It all started from right there. Now, I admit I shouldn't have banged, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Girl, put a muzzle on it, like something. So that's where it all started. It got to the point where like the building manager was involved. Like at this point she was just being petty because I did what I did. Then she told on me for doing what I did. And then what? Like what? You told on me for telling you to be quiet. So it looked it wrong because she twisted the narrative. So building manager came to me, quiet hours is da-da-da-da-da. Baby, excuse. First of all, I don't appreciate them not trying to figure out what happened before y'all just straight reprimand somebody. You don't even know the full story. Y'all telling me quiet. Tell her. So, yeah, so she tried to say quiet hours, this and this and that. So I was telling her, like, girl, that's not what happened. Know your facts, basically. And then that's where it all started. So then I started recording when I could hear her, all kind of stuff, because I'm black. And where I live where there's predominantly white people. Y'all know how that go. So I started recording to get my evidence when I can hear her, music loud, all kind of stuff. And one day, it was not 3 o'clock at night, I heard her. I texted the lady. The lady didn't text me back. It was 11 o'clock at night. The lady didn't text me back. But she was quick to text me though. So the next day I texted her like, I'm just wondering why I didn't get a response. And don't think I was coming off how I'm coming off to y'all right now. I'm very, very good with words. Very good with words. I'm very good with communicating when I have an issue professionally. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't say how I'm saying it to y'all, but basically that's what I was saying. With a lot of little pretty words around it. So I'm like, I'm just wondering why I didn't get a response. But when the claim was against me, y'all jumped to the conclusion. Y'all jumped to the situation, Mr. Save. Anyway. oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. It wasn't on purpose, but da 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 da. So I just kept making my initial complaints. Now, mind you, I wasn't the one to complain. I'm not the one that brought it to the building manager first. It was her. But I was the more mature one, like, okay, maybe I can get her number, maybe we can try to establish some type of rapport, and I could just tell her what should be allowed or what is really bothering me, vice versa. That's a good idea. So after going back and forth for a few months with the building manager, we finally incorporated each other and started communicating with each other when we were loud or she was loud or something. And like I said, I'm not really the one to communicate. I mean, to complain. I told them that multiple times. Like, just because I don't complain don't mean I don't have an issue though. I'm just not telling you, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not really that deep. I don't care. I can hear her next door and I don't care. Like, it's an apartment. You're gonna hear each other. Like, what do y'all really expect? But it's like purposefully. Don't do it on purpose. Like, I know y'all like, well, then y'all can hear her at 2 o'clock. No. She better put her head in the pillow. That's no. Come on now. 2 o'clock in the morning. I get up for work in 2 hours. That's different. I feel like that's different because you could have put a sock in your mouth or something. I don't know. But obviously doing a daytime like this, okay, I'm gonna hear her, I'm gonna hear them, I'm gonna hear people walking, I'm gonna hear it. I don't really care, I don't really complain. The only reason I was really like that with her is because the only reason it kept going is because she kept it going. So we got each other's number, and I was just, you know, I just text her every now and then, like, hey, neighbor, I can hear you. I get up to work in a couple hours. And then I feel like her bedroom is right under our bedroom, too. So when she doing that, I can hear it. When she have her guy friend over, I can hear it. At 2 o'clock in the morning when there's no TV, no nothing, it's completely silent. See? You don't hear me complaining. So I would text her every now and then, like, hey, I can hear you, woo, woo. And it was going really good for a while. It was going really good for a while. Then all of a sudden, and then it came to the point where she was trying to, like, be my friend. Like, be friendly. Like, oh, hey, did you hear that noise? Or did you hear that? Or, you know, just trying to make small talk. Like, I'm going to show y'all, too. We was on first name basis and everything. Like, I don't think y'all can see that, but first name basis and everything, talking about talking whatever, LOLs. So then it just got weird all of a sudden. Like, she texted me like, hey, I hope your week is going well. And we be doing haze. Hey, I hope you're doing well. But boom. Hey, I hope your week was going well. I was hoping you could be more mindful in the morning. I begin waking up lately, and I wear earplugs, play sleeping noises, can't fall asleep, and I work second shift. First of all, she took that from me because earlier in these messages, this is one time at 12 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I hope you had a happy new year. Just reaching out with the same concerns. I work morning shifts, so I have to be up early. I usually text you as a last resort after trying rain noises and sleeping noises to mask the sound, which I do. You can ask my boyfriend, like, if I hear her, because I don't know, I became a very light sleeper suddenly. Like, if I hear her I don't know. I turn on the sleeping noises. I tell Google to play some rain noises or something. That was January 4th. She copied me and then she tried to say I use earplugs in March. It's sleeping noises. Girl, boo. No, you don't. Anyway, so I was like, hey, you know, I apologize. I'll keep it down. Sky, come on now. Now, I was just telling you, I barely work. Now, I work maybe 4 shifts out the month. Sometimes it's even 3rd shift. Sometimes it's 2nd shift. It's not always 1st shift. The only person that's continually getting up for work in the morning is my boyfriend. So, but he don't even wake me up. So how is he really waking you up? Now, let's be real. So it started off cool. One night, she texted us, was like, y'all being too loud. It wasn't no, hey, how you doing, nothing. It was just, can you please keep it down? What'd she say? Oh, can you guys please be more quiet? I cannot sleep, thank you. Whoa. Like, whoa. Yeah, that blew me, like, whoa. So I debated on, because I didn't even want to respond, first of all. Like, because who you talking to? So I responded later that day, like, okay, my apologies. That's all I said. Then the leasing, whatever, assistant, property manager, whoever, She called me. She ended up calling me like, hey, so there's still been some issues, da da da, blah blah. I'm like, okay. So then she threatened us with a 5-day. Now, not a 5-day to get evicted, but a 5-day to fix the situation. My head, I'm thinking, it's been 6 months. You've been involved, the building manager been involved, da da da. For 6 months and it's still not solved. And I thought that me and the girl had established a good rapport. Like I said, we LOL. Like, first name basis. Because they still talking about some neighbor. I said her name. I said, you mean, what are we talking about? So she threatened with a 5-day. I said, if y'all don't think if it didn't get solved in 6 months, what makes y'all think it's going to get solved in 5 days? I said, y'all talking about some eviction. Who? I said, her too? I said, because I have videos. I have all kind of videos, messages, and everything. Just because I'm not coming to you does not mean I don't have a problem too. I just don't care. But I care enough to CYA. So she like, oh, well, I'm going to send this to my supervisor and we're going to figure some stuff out. So I sent her all the videos I have. So I sent her that and I sent her an email like, and if I'm getting a 5 days, she need to get one too. And then the way she was talking on the phone, it was giving like, oh, it's gonna happen soon type thing. And then once I sent my email, she didn't even call me back the next day because she was talking about some putting a 5-day in your hand or on the door the next day. When I sent my email with my evidence, she didn't even have nothing to say. She didn't even contact me for like 2 days. Then she finally texts back like, oh, we're not going to issue a 5-day. We have seen that you guys have been using your apartment appropriately. Like, what do you mean? Y'all acting like I be hosting parties after sets and do hair in here at 11 o'clock at night. What do y'all mean by appropriately? What are y'all talking about for real? And then I said, oh, and I will be continuing to send more videos because now y'all got me messed up. Because then my thing is, they talking about they had complaints, multiple, when she only complained to me that one day, the 1st of March, about whatever situation they've been talking about. She only told me once, in which I thought the situation was resolved. And now you run into the property manager, she coming to me, and I didn't even know it was a problem. It's not like you reached out to me first, and then I still didn't solve the issue. So what are we talking about? We've been communicating these past few months, and then all of a sudden you stop communicating and go over my head with a situation that I didn't even know was a situation. That don't make any sense. Y'all completely cut me out the equation and then blindside me with a 5-day. Hecky no. What are y'all talking about? That's unacceptable, and it's discrimination. Because y'all know who she is. And I'm not even trying to play the race card. Every time there's been a situation, they just attack us. Quiet hours is this time. Please be mindful of quiet hours. Please be quiet. Do y'all know what happened? Do y'all know who's the aggressor? Y'all sitting up here just talking about some, y'all coming in one-sided story without getting my side of the story, then you will know that this happened, da-da-da-da, ABCD. She's just the one that's telling y'all stuff more. But I got the receipts, baby. So if we really want to go down this road, let's do it. And then when they told us that they were trying to give us the 5-day, can y'all guess what was the issue? I was like, because what noises is she hearing? The dog tail wagging. BFFR. Be freaking for real. The dog tail wagging. And then it's quiet hours. So quiet hours start around 8, 9 8 on the weekday, 9 on the weekend, something like that. Sky is in her cage at a certain time. Anyway. By quiet hours, my boyfriend is asleep because he works. So he sleep, I'm doing my homework, watching TV. Sky laid out on the floor asleep. When we go to bed, she's in her cage. So when is her tail wagging exactly? Not during quiet hours? So what y'all want? It's not quiet hours. Like, yeah, that don't mean be crazy loud, but her tail, I would expect them to say her barking. She sometimes bark randomly in the middle of the night. You know, at the elevator and stuff like that, people walking past. I thought they was gonna say bark at her tail. What y'all want me to do? Cut it off? Her tail is wagging during regular hours. Her tail can wag. She's a dog. Like, I would hate to have a baby in this apartment. Oh, your baby's running too loud. That's what they try to do with my niece. Oh, she had a lot of banging. She's dropping her bottle. Sometimes the banging is her falling. She's a 2-year-old. What are y'all talking? I would hate to have a child in this apartment. The dog tail wag. Y'all want me to cut the tail off? The dog is in the cage at a certain time anyway. So it can't be bothering you during quiet hours. And if it's bothering you during regular hours, what do y'all want me to do? Y'all trying to give me a 5-day over my dog tail wagging? Make it make sense. So you telling me I have a toddler crying, or say I had a baby. I had a baby crying at 2 o'clock in the morning. What y'all want me to do? You gonna give me a 5-day cause my baby? Y'all give me a 5-day cause my niece is running around dropping her bottles? Like, I can see how that's irritating, but give me a break. The tail wagging. This will be the second time that I have sent the email or sent the text message to the building manager, property manager, or something, and had to follow up for a response. This would be time number 2. Time number 1 was the first one I told you when I sent the message and I had to text her like, why didn't I get a response? This is time number 3. I gave her the weekend and I resent it yesterday. And I still haven't gotten a response. So this is the second time where I had to follow up for y'all to respond to me. But I bet you if it was her saying something, y'all would have been on it like Johnny on the spot, bro. It's unacceptable. It's tiring. It's draining. It's like, who wanna go through this? I come home, I'm supposed to come home and relax, not come home and put a whole case together. I really do like living in my own spot. I do like living with my boyfriend. I just like having that freedom, you know what I'm saying? I like it. I really do like it. It's really nice, I would say. And yeah, it's a nice experience. It's good. Like, I'm really enjoying this for real. So besides that, I really enjoy my apartment. I really enjoy having my own space. Why did I just say it like that? I have my own space, and you know, just being able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. I really do like it. Like I said, we just looking for new places now. I give us 3 months to find something because we gotta have our decision on if we want to renew or move out by June. So we gotta set something up by then. But yeah, so that's really what I wanted to come on here and say. I want to talk to living with my boyfriend and how that is. I want to talk to the problems that I've encountered at this apartment, but I also want to speak to that, you know, how nice it is having your own space. It is really nice. And it's nice living with my boyfriend. Like, I really do enjoy it. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching.